So what is going on YouTube and y'all squad? Look, this is a multiple upload Monday. Ain't did one of these in a while. But this is your review for actually no, that's like I did it recently. Don't mind me. This is your review for Real Housewives of Potomac season 9. This is episode 12. Um we pick up where we left off where Karen, says that she's going to give Jacqueline a countdown to get off her property. So Jacqueline replies, they were once in a good place and wants to be a weightlifter to bring in peace, love, and light. And she brought 8 balloons to, signify the weight of the 8 citation. She begins to then pass out the balloons. Now, I do want to stop here where, as she was explaining it, I knew what she was going for. The delivery fell short. It completely fell short. And the fact that you start handing out the balloons rather than either you just release them or say, Karen, I want you to release these to da da da. That's not what happened, right? So Mia says to Karen, she comes with love. Karen tells Ray, pretty much get her out of here. So Ray is taking her out, has his hand around her waist. Karen like, get your hands off her. Mia goes to kind of like see Jacqueline off. Eddie starts to sing Kumbaya, ain't nobody doing it. Let me see. We then see Ray over there chatting up with the mermaids and whatnot. I'm just like, Lord, Ray didn't got activated. Like the love lagoon, and he trying to have love all up in the lagoon, but okay. So Mia then rejoins and tries to talk to Karen, and Karen doesn't want to talk to her. And again, because they're still shooting the scene, which is why Mia was still allowed to be there, not Jacqueline. So they have lunch. There's cheese and everything. Kay does not do dairy, so she can't eat. I know some people might feel a way about that, but maybe this is just me. Even if I'm having something and it's all about me, I do my best to make sure there are accommodations for, those that I'm having over. Like y'all know my birthday's today. I had a party on Saturday, and one of my friends, he actually does not consume dairy. So, trying to make sure that, there were dairy free options, even to the point where my cousin had made some, sandwiches. And I'm like, yeah, can you do a couple with no cheese on it, so make sure that, he has that, even when it came to the chips, regular chips, none with dairy, like trying to be accommodating, right? Because if I have a friend that's vegetarian, vegan, pescatarian, whatever, want to try to make sure that there is stuff there to where that person can eat. Yeah, you're coming here and this is my event and you're celebrating me, but I also want everybody to have a good time. So either Karen didn't know or she just completely dropped the ball and just didn't care. Stacy asked Mia if she knew if Jacqueline was coming, and Mia replied that she knew she might stop by. Stacy lets her know that the balloons were pretty much out of order. I think we all can agree about that. So it's 3 days later. Everybody's getting ready for the trip. Mia is going to be leaving her kids with a nanny for the trip. And that's only important for the very end of this episode. So at the airport, Karen feels that Mia and Jacqueline need an OG check. She says this to Giselle. So they on a freaking frat. So while I think they're in the Sprinter. It doesn't matter. They're on their way to Panama or they're there, but they find out there are 3 villas, so everybody will get their own room. Yeah, they're physically in Panama, but there's a 2-hour drive from the airport to the resort. We find out that Ashley had a convo with TJ telling him that her spidey sense is going off and feels that something may be off with he and Stacy's relationship. I wonder what that spidey sense might be. Um, and then I believe it was Wendy. One of them says that they like the fact that, he was being a little bit more touchy with him. Kay, we find out, said that, he gave her a Christian kiss and she wants to know what's so bad about that. Was a Christian kiss. And Stacy tells them that she doesn't want to be in an intimate relationship until her divorce is final. I call bull, but I'm gonna say why in a minute. Karen brings up Stacy saying that they loved each other, and with TJ making her feel as if, he didn't care as much. It's kind of like guiding how she feels, because he pretty much clarified like they're not in a relationship. And the reason that I feel like Stacy is on one, because you want that physical touch, you want that intimacy, but I think maybe since she's been going through mediation and whatnot, that it might have been advised that she might need to change up how she's talking, because again, anything that is said on this show, even if it's not air, footage can be subpoenaed and can be used against her. So I think that's probably why she's adjusting her tune. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. Ashley, we find out, is really liking Josh. I don't care, but I just want to throw that out there. So now we see the villa assignment. So you got Kay and Wendy in villa number 25 along with Mia, since Mia was kind enough to, kind of do it up for Wendy's birthday. Then that's why she's, with them. Ashley, Karen, and Jacqueline are in villa number 24. And Wendy says, yeah, we need a little chaos on the trip. Probably was production, like, yeah, go ahead and do that. And then villa 26 is Stacy. Hold on, wait. I missed somebody. I put Stacy, K, and Giselle. Why I got K on here twice? I'm missing somebody. Who am I missing? Y'all will let me know. Whatever. So Giselle and Stacy are trying to get along, and Wendy also did that on purpose, because she's like, oh, I know that Stacy is going to annoy the hell out of Giselle, and that is what I want. Karen wants to stay upstairs. Um, wants to stay upstairs, to put space between her and Jacqueline. So now they have dinner. It's like a cultural dance celebration. They ask, so there's a makeshift devil costume person dancing and whatnot. And they ask Karen about, the devil dancing with her. And Karen says that, he was drawn to her because of the darkness that is upon her. They says, who is the darkness? She says, Jacqueline. Giselle says to Jacqueline, like, for you to have had the balloons represent the citations is effed up, and then you brought that to her house, which is completely not it. Now, Ashley said in her interview, and again, I'm with you when you're right, says to her, I can't believe you saying this, Giselle, because weren't you the same one with her where we dressed up and then, tried to deliver pizza to somebody in Karen's house? I'm like, well, with you when you're right. So then Jacqueline says, they didn't allow her to speak from the heart, and says that these balloons were symbolism. And, everybody there has, at least graduated high school, going to college. That right there, I'm surprised that nobody clapped back, because it's, oh, you trying to come for somebody's intelligence? Okay. But then she says that, the purpose was for, them to release the 8 citations, and at the end of the day, that she came there in peace, love, and light. Karen ain't trying to hear it. And like I said earlier in the review, like, I know what she was going for, but it just didn't land. So Karen says that she trespassed on her home, takes her family security very seriously, and has begun the process of pressing charges. And everybody's like, wait, what? And then Karen says, whatever your intentions were failed miserably, and then releasing balloons in the atmosphere is illegal because of global warming. I'm like, Karen, I was with you up until that last point. Karen, no, sweetness, no. And Mia calls out Karen for releasing balloons for her parents' homegoing service. And just like, see, Karen, you opening yourself up. See, you doing too much. You talking too much. Remember how you told what's her name, Candace, because you said in your confession, like, I like you, but you talk too much. You gotta button it up. That's what you need to do now. So she says charges are pending. So Jacqueline apologized for trespassing, but not for her message. They question if Mia gave Jacqueline the address. And at first I was thinking, I don't think so because, you had Karen saying that, that her and Jacqueline had gotten close. So I would like to think that she's come to the house, but I guess maybe not. So Giselle feels that Mia may be spiraling. She says, we don't bring up the kids, but you brought up mine. If my girls sneak a boy in the house, that's par for the course. They're teenagers. I did it, whatever. But do I put my daughters on social media as I want? Yes. If they look perfect to you, it's because they are. Mia replies, we got to post how we want on social media, how we want to appear. And your posts, you post them as if they are angels. When they are sneaking boys in through alleyways, and her saying alleyways, again, is people say certain things because they're trying to conjure up certain emotions and whatnot. So then Wendy chimes in on Giselle and says, you bit my head off over a look I gave you while you were talking about your daughters, but she has literally brought up your daughters and you don't have that same vitriol for her. Giselle says, she doesn't want to compare the two, but, her and Wendy were not cool at that time. And her and Mia are, friends of sorts. So it's okay. Okay, I don't really agree with that. And I guess with Mia doubling down next episode, I guess that's really going to be where Giselle doesn't see it for her anymore. But I wanted Giselle to go in further. I was disappointed. I was, especially with how she came at Wendy and Candace. I wanted her to go further, and she didn't. So Karen asked Mia how, well, let me see, how would she feel if they said something about her child, and Mia says they did. Technically they did not. They just said that you wasn't protecting your children by bringing, ink around them. So then Ashley brings up how what she said about Gordon compared to what she's posting on social media isn't adding up. Jacqueline says Mia is navigating, a lot. Mia says, that she celebrated the fathers, for the Father's Day thing, and not just them, but those that have shown up for her on their Father's Day post. Mia then talks about navigating life and dealing with a different Gordon each day of the week and asks them if they, could deal with it. And then she begins to cry. Karen says, she's not alone and they are, there to help. Wendy says that I will meet you where you are. So if you want me to just be there for you with the limited information that you give me, I will do that. Um, Now here's where Mia had me messed up because is you had all this smoke for Giselle. Now you being held to task. Now you want to bring on the waterworks and you want to talk about how you're navigating life and having to deal with a different Gordon every day of the week. And I was saying this in my Beverly Hills review where people like, as messed up as it is, a lot of the times the chaos, the hell that we have in our lives is because of things that we have said or things that we have done. But 9 times out of 10, a lot of the hell that we have in our life is coming from one of three places. Either it is you paying for the sins of somebody before you in your lineage, probably your parents, because again, it's been said that parents pay for their sins through their kids. It could be things that you have spoken over yourself that you are unaware of the fact that you have spoken these things over yourself. Or it could be the decisions that you have made. But of those three, two of those are things that you actively do. And I am one of them people where I have empathy. I do, but I don't always have sympathy. And if it's a situation that you have helped to create, a lot of people know, please don't come to me because I'm gonna let you know and be like, oh, I need this. Be like, no, I can empathize with the emotions. I understand what you're going through, but I'll be the same one to say, but you put yourself in this situation. So it's hard for me to feel bad because you created this. So with Mia, you created this. And the fact that if Gordon truly has shown signs of bipolarism, I think he said bipolar one, or showing that he has been suffering from this, you knew this long time ago, but you chose to stay because of the lifestyle that you had. And now that it's come crumbling down, now you want me to feel sorry for you. I don't. I don't. It's also me not feeling bad for Gordon because yeah, you cheat on your wife to get with me, and now look what happened. She's cheated on you throughout the marriage, and now she's leaving you for ink now that the well ran dry. So I can't feel bad for you when you have helped to create this situation. But the fact that Mia was able to turn on these fake waterworks, because I think she probably had like a little drip drop in each corner of her eye, and that was enough to have the ladies back up off her. I'm like, see, where's Candace when you need her, Lord? So they're back at their respective villas. Stacy then forgot her toothpaste, and she's bugging her sweet mate Giselle. Like, can I get some toothpaste from you? She is so sweet. I love her. So it's the next day. Karen is outside. I'm assuming that she's right outside of her particular villa because I think that yeah, and she might have been eating food. No, she probably was just chilling. Jacqueline wants to take a picture by the poolside and has one of the staff to take the picture. As whole thing is like, girl, I'm here. You got friends, and she's like, well, I don't think Karen would have did it. Karen gets up, grabs the phone, snaps a picture, and then she sits her butt back down, hallelujah, and then says in her confessional, if she can learn to act right and come up out of this, I forget what. I think she said Fashion Nova, clothes or whatnot. Maybe we could start to move forward. So okay, I guess. But she said that in her interview. So again, don't know. Whatever. I guess Karen is just trying to make the most of this trip. Um. So then they have breakfast. Wendy comes bearing gifts. And then they find out that they're going to go shopping. Then they're going to go rum tasting, and I think they're either going to have. I think they're going to go have dinner later. Which the whole rum tasting, I'm like, I don't know if Karen's going to be able to do that. And then we end the episode, we find out that Mia is talking to her mom about Gordon. Apparently, Gordon came, picked up his kids from the nanny that Mia had gotten, drove them 4 hours out of state, and left them and dropped them off with their old nanny. And Mia is freaking out because she doesn't know what's going on, don't know where her kids are, this, that, and the third. And it ends right there. And obviously, we're probably not necessarily going to pick immediately back. Well, no, we're probably going to pick up right there. But that was it. Not a bad episode. I know we gonna light some people up on the panel tonight. Y'all make sure y'all come. Please stop by. It's gonna be a great time. So with that being said, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will see you all for the Whether You Like It or Not panel. Peace out.